Hi everyone, I am so glad you're joining me right now and you have taken the time to pause, even if it's just a matter of being curious on what meditation is all about. So my name is Sasha, and I am a yoga teacher here at Raintree, and I also like to teach meditation. It's something that is not easy for us to get into the meditation practice, so be easy on yourself if you are new, or even if you've been practicing for a few years. It's been taking me a few years, honestly, to get into more consistent practice. So one day at a time, okay? Remember that what I like to tell my students is the only way to do meditation wrong is to not to do it. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I'm just going to join you in a very simple, I like to call it, mindfulness. We're just being mindful of our breath, watching our breath. And what I also like to do is I like to visualize my breath moving in and out of my body. And it's a way for me to picture it moving and keeps me anchored. If that doesn't work for you, you can always simply count your breath. Sometimes I tap my fingers on my knees if I'm just counting my breath. You're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you count 1, 2, 3, or 10, whatever it is. But I would like to offer you a visualization. So what I mean by that is, we all know you either breathe in your nostrils or in your mouth. When you're meditating, you don't want to breathe in your mouth because it triggers your fight or flight central nervous system. So you can breathe in your nose. We know the breath goes in your nose or in your mouth, down into your lungs. Well, what I'd like you to do is, if you're sitting like me in a cross-legged position or whatever's comfortable for you, I'm going to invite you to consider watching your breath as if it's moving in your arms. So imagine both of your arms, your breath moving in your arms to your heart. And when you exhale, I want you to imagine your breath going down your body and out your legs. Okay, so you're moving in your arms and then out. Okay, so whether you're laying down, just watch it going in your fingertips, up your arms to your heart center. And then as you exhale, you're moving down. Try it on, right? You might like it. It might be too distracting for you. It's just another way to meditate using visualization, okay? So just before we get into the visualization, I want you just to close your eyes, and I will do the same. I will open my eyes once in a while to keep track of the time, but I would like you to, if it's comfortable for you, to close your eyes the entire time. It helps with minimizing distractions and turning inward. So right now, as you're sitting here with your eyes closed, notice how your breath sounds and feels. Maybe notice what comes up in your thoughts. You can just acknowledge your thoughts and then send them off. You're settling into your sitting space. Maybe notice how you're feeling in your body. I want you to notice how your breath currently sounds and feels. And that way, when you're done with the meditation, you can do the same assessment and notice if there's any difference. Not expecting anything, just you're observing. So how does your breath sound and feel right now? All right, so now we're going to start to move into that visualization I just set you up for. First, go ahead and empty your lungs. Now imagine your breath moving into your fingertips, up your arms, over your shoulders, into your heart. And then as you exhale, imagine the breath moving down your torso and splitting down one leg and down the other leg and out your toes. Okay, so I'm going to set you up a few more times just to help with this visualization. So on your next inhale, imagine the breath moving up your fingertips, both your arms, your shoulders, into your heart center. And as you exhale, send it down your torso, down your legs, out your feet. Again, in your fingertips, up your arms, your shoulders to your heart. And then exhale down on your torso, down your legs, and out your feet. I'm going to continue without my cueing, just for you to get a handle of it in your arms and out your legs. And then I'll check back in just a few more breaths. If your mind wanders, it's totally normal. Our minds are very powerful. Just come back to the visualization where you left off without judgment, and just pick back up where you left off. Breathing in your fingertips up your arms, shoulders to your heart. And then when you exhale, down your torso, down your legs, out your feet. Notice you get to determine the length of your breath as you follow up your arms and down your torso, down your legs. You notice if you can get your breath a little bit longer. Maybe you add an inhale count and add an exhale count. You're also welcome to invite a very small pause in between your inhales and your exhales and see how that feels. Like you're pausing at your heart and you're pausing before you start again. Remember, it's okay if you get distracted, just step back again where you left off and watching your breath, noticing how relaxed you may feel as you take your breath in, and especially when you let your breath out. Continue with your visualization for just a few more minutes. You can even take notice of what your breath count is if you like. Listen to the sound and the quality of your breath as you continue. We'll just do a handful more breaths. take 3 more breaths here. Following your breath as you move up your arms and down your legs. 2 more. And before you open your eyes, just notice how your body feels, how your breath feels, where your mind is. And now blink open your eyes. Thanks for taking the time to join me. I like to call these meditations positive interruption. Right, just before I sat down to even do this video, I had all these things on my to-do list. I had so many things I need to get done today. And you know what? It's good to just pause. There's a lot of, this yin yang. There's a lot of yang in our lives, a lot of things we do, moving from A to B and physically moving, like if you're a runner or a cyclist, if you're like kickboxing, even flowing yoga. That's all yang. The yin is the pause, the balance, right? The calm, the softening, the stopping. So we've stopped. You stopped your day to take the time to, breathe and be mindful, and hopefully you will leave feeling more calm. The idea of meditation and the yoga practice is ultimately to reduce our suffering. And maybe you suffer with anxiety or depression, or just feel like there's not enough time in the day to do what you want to do in the self-care. You just took the time to put a positive interruption in those maybe negative thoughts or negative feelings, and you added some calm and peace into your day. So that's fantastic. Bravo, bravo. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy this. You can always reach out to me. I know we're going to be sharing this on Raintree's platform and Instagram. Reach out to me if you have any questions at all, and I will be joining you this whole month on positively interrupting your mind. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.